on your fitness journey and you're encountering some challenges, maybe your diet is up and down, or maybe you're having moments of comparing yourself to other people and where they are on their journey. Maybe your workouts are like consistent sometimes and then in others they're not so consistent. Well, I think this video might help you change your perspective about what you're doing, how things are going, and maybe what you can do to improve. My name is Glenisha, and I just want to welcome you to my channel. Welcome to Optimized Living. Currently, I am on a fitness journey. I'm on a journey to reach the highest level of health that I can and to live the best quality of life as I get older. So today I want to talk about failing forward. This concept is typically used in like business, and I'm sure you may have heard of it before, but I want to apply it to health and fitness. So let's talk about the definition of that. It means to treat failures and setbacks and mistakes as necessary, instructive stepping stones for future success rather than as dead ends or reasons to quit. Let's just let that sink in for a second. You know, we're on this journey. We have moments where we're not eating the best. We are comparing ourselves to other people in their journey. Or maybe we thought we were doing something right all along, only to realize we were doing something wrong and we had to make some changes. I just want to congratulate you. Number one, you're taking action. That's a beautiful thing. And let me tell you, taking action is so much better than not taking action and seeing absolutely no change at all. Even if it's just the action steps, that's the change. That is so much better than doing absolutely nothing. So congratulate yourself. And if you're on the side where you're doing absolutely nothing, you're just contemplating, hey, I'm not here to judge, because that's where it started for me. It started with the contemplation that I wanted to do better before it turned out to be the action. So again, I just want to talk about failing forward and what that means and how you can use that to your advantage. I've been on this journey for the last year, almost. It will be a year tomorrow, that I said I am giving myself permission to take the best care of myself, and I am going to find a way to figure it out along the way, whatever that looks like. And being on this journey, I learned that I have had some successes and I have had some major failures, and that's okay. One of the successes I talked about in my other video was about the one commitment that I made for the last year, and that was moving my body. I can pat myself on the back knowing that I continue to move my body no matter what. But the failures were rough. I ended up in the ER because I was trying to fast and lost a few pounds from the fast, and ended up putting some of that weight back on. Okay. And even that, I learned something. I fluctuated up and down in my weight over this last year. And then I went down and I went back up, and it was just like this constant cycle of up and down and up and down. Luckily, I came to the point within the last couple months where I decided to start this channel. And in starting this channel, I realized that I needed to do some reflecting, not for the sake necessarily of improving, but I mistakenly started to fail forward. I started to fail forward with the intent to just share my journey. And with the intent to share my journey, I realized, number one, there are things that I did or was doing over the last year that was sabotaging my efforts. And one of those things were my diet. And so I decided to, between going to the ER, trying to fast, trying to figure out what the heck I'm doing. I don't even know if I was trying to figure out what I was doing wrong. I was just trying to do. I was do. This is what I want, and this is what I'm working for, and this is what I think that should work. But I mistakenly realized that I need to nourish my body better so that I could have the energy to work out, because I also went some weeks that I was struggling with my workouts because I wasn't eating enough. And I need to nourish my body better so that I can just feel better overall. And so that is an example of failing forward. I had a chance to reflect on some of my setbacks. Again, mistakenly, but it still happened. I reflect on my setbacks, my failures, and my mistakes. And I realized I needed to make some changes. I needed to do something that was going to sustain me rather than have me going up and down. And so here I am, having thought this through and realized that, okay, I should have been asking myself these questions along the way. I mean, the gains that I could have made had I thought about this months ago rather than nearing the first year of my journey. But that's okay. It doesn't matter. I'm here, and that's all that matters. I realize now what I could or should be doing. And so if you find yourself in the same position as me, maybe you realize that, okay, something's not quite right. Like something needs to be changed. I take 2 steps forward and 10 steps back. This is your opportunity to fail forward, meaning to learn from your mistakes and improve. And, that's what life is about. It's about self-improvement. It's about learning how to do better each and every day. There's a saying, I think it's Japanese, called Kaizen, where you learn, it's the same concept. You do a little bit better every day. So I want you to ask yourself some questions if this relates to you. Number 1, ask yourself, what can I do better? Like, really be curious about that. Curiosity is, I think, sometimes a very underrated idea or concept. Like, be curious about what you could be doing differently. Maybe it's going for a walk after dinner every night. Maybe it's not eating past a certain time. But I think that's a really significant question to ask yourself. What could I do better? Number 2, where am I strongest? Like for me, my strongest points were working out, period. I mean, I could work out. But my weakest points is what always trapped me up. It was the sugar. It was eating past a certain time every day. It was my diet. Definitely, did I say my diet? That was my weakest point. And like I said, had I realized that my diet was setting me back in the way that I did, and I don't even know how I missed this. Honestly, I just don't know how I missed it. But if I had realized how much it was setting me back, I was literally losing 7 or 8 pounds to gain it right back in 2 or 3 weeks. Crazy. So yeah, understanding your weak points and reflecting on that and kind of like really honing in, like, okay, but instead of, because I think for me in my journey, I found myself like being in la la land a little bit and just going through the motions every day, thinking that I'm doing the right thing. And in some days I was, but not really putting under the microscope what I was doing and how I could do better and my weak points. Like I knew they were there, but I just kept going and I didn't reflect. So reflecting is really important. So, understanding your weak points and reflecting on that and how you can improve that. Yeah, I think that's really it. So definitely, what can I do better? Where am I strong or weak? How can I prove my efforts on a daily basis? And the last thing I want to talk about is comparison. They say comparison is the thief of joy. I thoroughly believe that. I was in the gym a couple days ago and I saw a young lady and she looked amazing. And I started to feel bad. I started to feel like, I don't know if I'll ever look like her. I looked at myself as I was on the stair climber, sweating bullets 26 minutes into my workout. And I was like, I almost had a moment where I'm like, what am I even doing this for? And so it's so easy to look at someone else's journey and feel like you're not doing enough. maybe because you just don't see the progress. But I'm here to encourage you through this. Comparison is a no-no. It will steal every bit of joy from you. And so if you have a moment of comparing yourself to others, I'm going to stop and maybe be curious about that moment. What does this mean? Why am I doing this? What am I doing that I could give myself credit for? I'm here. I'm in the gym. I'm showing up. And also understand that we're not going to always see the outcome of what we want 2 weeks from when we started. Heck, in this case, not even a year. We might see a difference. I've seen a difference, but I have not seen the outcome exactly how I wanted it to be over this last year. I've definitely made progress, and progress is better than no progress, right? I really had to take a minute and just reflect on what I was feeling and just really stop myself in my tracks and just say, it's okay. You're making progress. You're doing the work. You may not see it today. You may not see it tomorrow. You may not see it in 3 months. You might see it in 8 months though. And it might be beautiful. It might be amazing. It might be better than you imagine what 8 months would look like. But the thing is to just keep going and to stay encouraged, because taking action is definitely better than not taking action at all. I wanted to end this video with a motivational quote as it relates to the concept of failure. Failure is simply the opportunity to begin again, this time more intelligently. And this quote is by Henry Ford. It's okay to fail. It's okay to not see progress today or tomorrow or next week. It's okay. As long as you're putting in the work, you're reflecting, and you're finding a way to fine-tune your efforts. Educating yourself, doing the research, encouraging yourself, motivating yourself, trusting yourself, finding the information to bridge the gap in between knowledge, the point of knowledge that you have and the point of knowledge that you need. These are all amazing things that you can apply to your fitness journey. Isn't it such a beautiful thing to wake up in the morning and have a new opportunity to try again? Isn't it a great thing to wake up in the morning and even be able, have the capability to try again? Because some people can't say that. And so I just hope that this video will be encouraging and inspiring and motivating. If you like this video and you want to see more and you found it valuable, I just ask you to hit the thumbs up button. Share it out to someone who you think might find it useful, and hit subscribe. And other than that, happy fitness journey. We got this. Every day is a new day. Every day you get a new grace. And I just want to say, you got this. It's going to be okay. You're going to see the fruition of what you're doing. Just keep taking action, even if you go through moments of missing action, like failing forward. In the definition of failing forward, it's like, instead of quitting, what can you do? So ask yourself that. Instead of quitting or slowing down significantly and taking a break, it's okay to take a break sometimes if you need to just reflect. But instead of giving up, what can you do better? Think about how you can improve, and think about what you can use as a stepping stone to get from point A to point B. So I hope that you found this video helpful, and I'll see you next time. In my next video, I'm going to share how much weight I lost over the last year. And I'm going to share how many inches I lost over the last year. So stay tuned. I'm really excited. It's going to be my year anniversary, and I cannot wait to share the progress that I've made. Thank you so much.